guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Leslie, and for today's video I'm going to be doing my eyebrows, which are right here, and I'm just going to be showing you like my way of doing them. Obviously everyone has different ways of doing their eyebrows, and everyone has different kinds of eyebrows too, so what works for someone might not work for me, or vice versa. What works for me might not work for you, but I hope you learn at least like a few tips or tricks. And please feel free to like and subscribe my video. And yeah, let's get started with the video. Okay, so before we start, I'm going to show you guys all the products I'm going to be using. Okay, so first I'm going to be using this ABH Dipbrow in Ebony. And then I'm also going to be using this MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NC20. Then this Brow Powder Duo in Granite from ABH as well. And then also the Clear Brow Gel from ABH. And then for my brushes, I use also the ABH. I'm not sure what number this is, but I'm gonna put it like right here. So this is a really fine, it's a fine brush that's angled, so it's like really precise for where you put your product. And then also you can just use whichever flat brush you have, but try to make it like as flat as you can, like. And I use this one for my concealer. And then I use this one from Real Techniques. It's the Deluxe Crease brush. And I use this to like pat out the concealer afterwards. So let's get started. I'm gonna zoom you guys in to my face like. Okay guys, so I just finished putting up all my eyebrow hairs. I just flicked them all up like this. And then I'm gonna go in with the Dipbrow in Ebony. I'm gonna just dip in from the side like a little bit. If you buy this or any pomade, I'm sure this one dries out really fast, so try to use it like from the edge like that, because if you start it in the middle and then you just pick everywhere, it dries out really quick. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go in with the brush like this, and then I'm gonna start outlining the bottom of my eyebrow. And I don't go all the way in because I don't want it to be like a super boxed eyebrow. I just kind of want to outline the back part. And then whatever I have left, I just kind of like put it on the inside. And I'm going to go in with a little bit more product and do the same thing with the top. Okay, so I outlined the eyebrows already. In mine, like you see how this one's like way higher than this one. This one's kind of more straight. So later on when I'm like fixing them up, I'm gonna put a little bit more right here so that I can kind of drop this one, because I feel like this one's too high up. And then I'm gonna put a little bit more on top here to kind of make this one higher up. And when you're doing your eyebrows, like, you don't have to be careful, like, to, like, oh, don't go over the line, or, oh my god, I smeared it everywhere. Like, it's okay if you smear it everywhere, because trust me, like, I make a mess when I do my eyebrows. But then what really counts is your concealer. Like, when you go in with this concealer, like, that's when the whole eyebrow gets fixed. Okay, so then I'm gonna get some more product and start filling in from the back part. And I kind of like to make my tail a little bit longer than this. This is just the outline of my regular eyebrow. I kind of like to make it a little bit longer. And then I start from the back. I don't start from the front, because if I start from the front, it's going to put too much product here. And then it's going to look like boxy eyebrows. And I don't really like how that looks. So I'm going to start, and then whatever's left over my brush, once it almost has nothing left, that's when I go in from to the front part. And I'm going to just do that for both of my eyebrows right now. Also, when I'm doing this step of filling it in, if I feel like, oh, I want to make it more curvy, or I want to make it more straight today, or like that, I just kind of fix it as I'm going. The first outline is just to get like kind of like a rough draft, you can say, like kind of like of what I want my eyebrow to look like. But then as I'm filling it in, I kind of like start fixing it to how I want it to look. Okay, so I filled in my eyebrow now, and then you see how I left like this space. From this eyebrow I hardly grow hair, so it's like super like hard for me to like work with this. But I just literally like, once I feel like I have like no product, I kind of just like flick it up a little bit. And I'm not even trying to make fake hairs or anything like that. I'm just trying to fade it a little bit, but not too crazy, because I'm gonna use my natural hairs with the brow gel and lift them up, so that way you can like start covering it. But yeah, so I'm just gonna put a little bit more. And then with the spoolie side, I'm just gonna brush them up again, all of them. That way it kind of like blends the product in, and it didn't get messy. Like, it's probably gonna go outside the line, but that's okay because we're gonna go with concealer. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the MAC Pot Concealer, and I do like this concealer versus like a liquid concealer just because I feel like it's easier to control, because the liquid one kind of slides around everywhere, and this one I feel like I have more control since it's a little bit thicker. And then just make sure when you're doing your concealer that this is the most important step. This is more important than the powder, is more important than the dip brow, like, because if you mess up your concealer, your eyebrow's gonna look like okay. So just make sure that when you're using your concealer, like, put it where you want it, because if you mess up the line, like, it's gonna be hard to cover up the concealer again. So just like take your time with it and just start carving out your brow to the shape that you wanted. Okay, so right now I just outlined the bottom, and I even left some spaces where I don't even have any brow product on there, but that's okay because I'm trying to just mold the shape that I want, and then I'm gonna do the same to the top. And I do struggle with this side more than this side, so if I mess up this eyebrow, sorry. Okay, so I don't know if you guys noticed, but I went back on the bottom because I like my tail to be like kind of like this way, not down. I like it to kind of be like this way, and I like it to be more on the thin side versus like, I don't want it to be this thick, you get me, like right here. I want this to be like kind of more finely shaped, more thin. Okay, so now that I've outlined how I want my eyebrows to look, kind of, I'm gonna go back in with this brush, the original brush, and I use the same brush for the dip brow and for the powder. I use the same one. It doesn't matter what you use. And then I'm gonna use this in Granite, and I kind of dip within both shades, but if I'm gonna be working on the back side, I dip into this one. If I'm gonna be working only on the front, I try to only use this other side. And I'm just gonna, because you see how I like left it, I'm gonna fill in a little bit like right here on the top part to make it more balanced, like, because right now it just looks thick and then thin out of nowhere. And then I'm gonna go back in with this concealer brush, and I'm not gonna put any more product, but I'm just gonna make it more sharp, the line right here. So I'm gonna go in with the powder back on this side, on other parts where I feel like I want a little bit more color of the more dark, like my eyebrow. And then again, I'm gonna use a concealer brush. Okay, so I finished my eyebrows already, and I'm gonna use this brush, the Brow Techniques one, and I'm just gonna go ahead and buff away the concealer. But when you're doing this, be careful to not go on your eyebrow, because if you go on your eyebrow, then you're just gonna smear everything. So try to stay kind of low, like just on the concealer part. So like right now I went a little bit too low, and I'm just gonna fix it right here. Okay, so now that everything's blended out, you can always go back in with whatever you feel like you need. If you feel like, oh, I want to make this thinner, you go back in with concealer. If you feel like, oh, I want to make this thicker, you can go back in with the Dipbrow or the powder, fill it in. Or if you want like something darker, something lighter, you go in with the powder. Or you if you want it lighter, you can just use the spoolie and then just like kind of like take off the product with the spoolie. And then now I'm gonna just set my eyebrows with the ABH Brow Gel. And this, I just kind of set it up, and then right here I just kind of flick it like in a little curve down. Okay guys, thank you guys for watching my eyebrow tutorial today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys learned a little something different maybe that you hadn't seen before. And if you guys try this and it doesn't come out like how you wanted it or how you expected in your mind, don't be frustrated, just keep trying. Because honestly, like, that's with everything, like with makeup, like you can't just try once and then be like, dude, I suck, you know? Like, no, try again, try again, try again, try again, and maybe the 163rd time you'll get it. I'm just kidding. But I hope you guys enjoyed. And why did I say that? What? I need water. Oh, look at my teeth. That's so nasty, dude.